Guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Bant and Rant. I'm your host for today. I am Techwa, and today with me here is a guest from Buzstopboys. Yes, we should tell you today's topic is going to be an environmental one. So I'll let all my guests introduce themselves, and then we'll get into it. So
I'm Ace Kanti.
Ace Kanti, hi.
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm fine. And
Hineba Kujosafo.
Ohinebak, welcome.
Thank you.
And we have
Gifty,
welcome.
thank you.
So today's topic is, who is to blame for Ghana's filthy state? Who is to blame for Ghana's filthy state? Is it our leaders or the citizens? Our leaders or the citizens? Now, before we start, I would like to say that you guys are doing an amazing job out there.
Thank you.
Yes, we see you guys and we appreciate you guys a lot. So thank you. Okay, now before we delve into this discussion, this episode of Banter and Rant is brought to you by Chicken Man Pizza Man. Now, Chicken Man Pizza Man says I should tell all of you that you can now make your own pizza by selecting the toppings of your choice. Also, the driver's delivery is coming soon, where drivers with cars will be able to make delivery to customers and earn some money. So now they'll have both motor riders and then drivers. And then Pizza Man is still opening new branches around the country. So stay tuned. Maybe your town or your city might have a Pizza Man branch very soon. Now, Ohineba, so I want to ask, so far you guys have cleaned a lot of places, right? So what do you think about Ghana's environment when it comes to cleanliness in general? What do you think?
Well, in general, I would say it's not too encouraging. And we all must begin to look at another way possible, which we are focusing on the mindset, because the mindset is everything. You know, if by virtue of magic we transport all of us here into US with a bad mindset, irresponsible mindset, we will mess US up and we'll still be applying for visas to come back to Ghana. So it's not encouraging, and I think the mindset should be the ultimate.
Okay, so Nancy, what do you think?
It's very bad, like zero. Because I'm sure there are some places that the Buzstopboys have cleaned, and then they go back to those places, and those places are dirty
still,
again.
yeah.
So it tells you that we are not in a good state when it comes to cleanliness. That's why we are not next to godliness, because cleanliness is next to Nyanyankopon and Paibono. That's why we are struggling, because we are not neat as a country. Ghana is very, very dirty. It is not even just Accra. The regions that we are very, very dirty, individually, collectively, everyone. So I think
Okay, Gifty.
Same. It's really bad when it comes to cleaning in this country. It's really, really bad. I bet you some of them, they travel outside and they see how neat the country is or how neat the countries are, and they come here and they still litter around. They don't care because they have the mind that this is Ghana. It's like it's a normal thing, you understand? But then you go there because they know when you have to litter around, you pay a fine. And here, when you litter, it's just normal. So they just do it. So it depends on us, the mindset and how I think our character and how we think actually reflects on how we keep our environment. Because if you are to have the mindset that, hey, if I am to litter maybe my house or some like outside, it would actually cost the government money or whoever is going to clean like some hard work. Then if they are to think about that, I'm sure maybe no one will litter. But then because they don't think about it and they feel Ghana is just like free will, is just do whatever you want. They just do it and think about nothing.
Okay,
it's really bad.
I think all three of you were talking about mindset. So, Hineba, would you say that the filthy state we are in is mainly because of the Ghanaian mindset, or you think the government also has a role to play when we talk about the filthy state here?
Yeah, it's the mindset, but largely the government must change or implement rules that will change the mindset. Because I would say human beings are rational in nature. By virtue of freedom, everybody will want to do what he or she wants. But laws are there to make sure that we all behave in a certain kind of way. Because largely, mindset is the ultimate. Because why will you be trashing your waste into running waters.
Yeah.
If not a bad mindset, irresponsible one that makes you feel like I should give the next guy who is cleaning job to do. So governments must indeed, there are a lot of sanitation rules actually, but then I don't know, when it comes to implementation of rules in our country, it's a bit reluctant on those who are supposed to enforce the law. So that's what I would say.
Something.
For me, 100% on government. I'll never blame the citizens for the filthy state of Ghana, because if we take a Ghanaian to US now, I guarantee you that Ghanaian will not drink water and leave it on the streets because of what they have heard about the USA and how strict their laws work. If the laws work in this country, trust me, I wouldn't see, there is no one that will walk and then go and dump refuse here. If you are walking and you see, don't urinate here, you will barely see people urinating there if they put a fine. It means that even though sometimes you see somebody urinating there, but the chances that you will not see anyone is high, because the person knows that when I do this, they will fine me this amount of money. Therefore, I won't do it. If you don't have the laws, it means that the citizens are not also going to be effective. If you play football and the team is not performing, they sack the coach. If we have strict laws that, if police catch you dumping refuse in a gutter, Uber could them 2 years, and we catch 3 people and we jail them, and every Ghanaian sees, trust me, just give Accra 1 month. You see people changing their mindsets. People will be, no, if I do this, they will. But this is the country where we can have the law. When they catch you, they just take something small. So if I have something, I know someone who works on the streets, they don't have license. They always have 10 CD, 50 CDs. When police catch them, now their man. Because police is willing to take, so they won't also do the license. So it means that the law is not working. So if we have effective laws, you won't see any citizen messing up. So if we talk about Ghana, that's why if I see someone dumping refuse in the gutter, I won't blame the person. I would blame government, because if we have laws working and I grab that person and bring it to the police, and I am finding Nipan. But you see that person the next day walking free, to me traffic, dump refuse on the road, you complain, and then the person rather insults you, roll the glass, and then move on. And I don't blame the person, because ne papa or government, or they know someone in the sanitation ministry, or they know someone in a bigger position. In Toko Kakra, a ball up and wafa, ne a catch us a brabefa ball and a back. And they are making the work difficult for them. But if the citizens, we have laws that are working, I wouldn't see anybody stressing this. Like Buzstopboys can come back cleaning once a year. But the leaders in tea and a year break. That is me, my session.
Okay, Gifty, what do you think?
I think it's 50-50.
Okay.
Government 50, citizens 50.
What have the citizens done?
Like the mindset. This man, I think he went to Europe, traveled to Europe for the first time, and he thought he could pee just anywhere, and he went to stand somewhere and he peed. I'm certain he had heard about how other countries they govern, like how the laws are. But then he still went ahead. I'm sure maybe he was trying to see if he will be caught or if he will be fined. So it's the mindset.
Was he caught?
He was. And he was asked to pay a fine.
Good. Do you think the next time that person will do that again?
The person will do that again, yes.
So we need the laws to work for the mindset to change.
Hold on. Fine. The laws, if the laws are to work, mind you, if they are to implement laws, and go like, if you later, you're going to pay 1,000 cedis.
Yeah.
You will see people insulting the government. And a government told me you're wicked. And you know this hardship. You know how Ghana is hard.
Now, how Ghana is
finding us. We barely have what to eat. We barely have what and that's that. They will end up blaming the government, insulting them, and this will even push the government to rethink their decision. So it's the mindset. If they are to implement laws and we all go like, all the citizens goes like, okay, fine, this is for the betterment of the country. We are going to go according to what they've said. I'm telling you, it will work. But you will have people coming in to criticize the government, saying that the government is wicked. Why would you implement law for just throwing away a sachet of sachet water? Yeah. Why would you, if you later, you're going to pay 50 cedis just maybe for a paper, small piece of paper. People say you're wicked. Why are you charging us 50 cedis?
How would you blame me to be wicked for you dirtying an environment?
That is what I'm saying. It is the mindset.
The fine should be high. So that if you say 50 cedis, obey to me to ya. But if the fine is 5,000 cedis for dropping pure water on the street,
Scanty.
and somebody does it and then the person pays the fine,
Scanty.
I don't think anybody will blame government.
4 cedis. People are complaining that they can't afford 4
because
cedis.
that is food that you are eating for yourself.
Hold on. If you think people are complaining about 4 cedis,
Scanty,
you think they will complain about 50 cedis?
You know, for me, I always want us to look at the conversation beyond, fines. At the end of the day, let's look at the impact in terms of when there's a damage, when there's, let's say, life, death, and life. Who are those who suffers? I remember there's an incident of an Uber driver being carried away with running water, plus 2 passengers. 3 of them, they are dead. At the end of the day, those you want to blame for not doing what? They are okay. Oh. That is the angle we Buzstopboys are seeing the thing from. At the end of the day, you and I are dying. So are we going to sit back and say somebody is not doing his job, so you continue dying? Hell no. So let's step in. Let's begin to do the little that we can. And I tell you, if all of us, if you have about 20,000 Ghanaians on the street and cleaning, it will eventually begin to change the way leadership think. Yes. We must force them to think by doing the thing they are supposed to do, and they are reluctant. And until we all begin to, as youth, we begin to use ways and means to change the narrative. These people don't care. 67 years after independence, you still want us to be pointing fingers at who is not implementing what law. Then we will sit back here. Our children will come and face the same thing. And then the life goes on. So I believe that for us to be able to change the narrative, the people we want them to implement what are not ready. Our mindset is sickening in the first place. So if we begin to look at malaria, outbreak of malaria, where you cannot go to the drugstore and say, by virtue of Ministry of Sanitation not doing his job, give me free drug and you have to pay. Then begin to understand that you are always the victim at the end of the day. Unless we as victims step out and solve our own problems. That is how I think is a way forward, because this is Ghana, and the mindsets start from the youth, the younger stage, then gets to leadership position. They are just like us. The only difference is that they have power. We are the same people. Give youth opportunity to rule, and they'll do worse off. So we must begin to change the mindset, because where we are coming from as Ghanaians is very, very bad. And until we have a mindset that makes us responsible for ourselves, we will continue to have leaders who will not implement what laws, or even when they are, nobody will care. Police will continue taking 50 cedis because he's thinking about prepaid running out.
Yes, Tejiwa. If what he said, if we take the initiative and we start it, it will push the government to even implement or to do what is right.
Do you know how long they have been in existence? How long have you guys
been? And I'm saying, if
1 year and a month.
If all Ghanaians, if most Ghanaians or most of the youth, they have the mindset they have, or if we come together and we start working towards it to support them, trust you me, the government will be in support of it. The government will come.
I can cite an example. Ghanaians organized a demonstration last year in September. The youth came out in their numbers. Up to today, we are approaching 1 year. No government official came out to tell the citizens that, hold on, we are going to do this, we are going to do that.
You think if they had done it like the way Kenya did it, they will still sit back. They will still demonstration.
The problem now is, in as much as we have 1,000 people coming together to make sure the city is not dirty, we have 1,000 people somewhere who would ensure that the country is dirty. That's the Nigeria. They were doing a demonstration last time. We had people counter that demonstration saying, stop protesting. Ghana was doing demonstration, Ghana here. We had Ghanaians outside the country trying to counter our demonstration. So if we collectively here sit down and say we want to make sure Ghana is clean, there's somebody somewhere that has conscious effort that I'll make this place dirty for them to keep coming back, and then they'll be cleaning. That's what I'm saying, that the only way you can stop those people is the government coming in to pass a law that let's say all of us here, we are trying to clean, and the government has made the law. If I catch someone putting a rubber somewhere, I can arrest that person and take him to government. But if I am doing it mindset, you are doing it, you clean this place, the next week you go there, there's Ebola there. The next 2 months you go there, the place is growing up. It means that whatever you are doing is in vain. If government doesn't come in, I bet you that Buzstopboys can be working.
And I'll give you this example. You see, we are all kind of assuming that once you clean once and it is done. Okay. We have been brushing our teeth since when we were born, and every morning we do it. So cleaning is a continuous process. By virtue of cleaning neatly today doesn't mean it must remain same forever. And even in the US, it doesn't happen.
Okay.
They go every day and clean.
Yeah.
So we should make cleaning a continuous habit. I don't know why we should shift cleaning to say, let's say, a weekend. It should be every day before you step out every day morning.
Okay, probably this has to do with you guys and the sanitation ministry. Because being to me, sorry if you
no, that is not.
So it means that I'm looking at whose responsibility, whose responsibility is supposed to be doing that? Who is supposed to be doing that?
That is the state, of course. And
the state is supposed to get people to be cleaning those places every single day. But if they are doing it every day and you come back and someone comes back trying to leave Piotr Roberts there, what do you think should be the best thing?
But you know that by virtue of cleaning a place, I cite an example as Achimota. The place was so nasty that because it's nasty, you feel like just throwing things around. And after 2 months cleaning the place, it's still neat. So the reason why people will still dump trash at some places is because they see one or two there. And if there's consistency in clearing the one or two, I tell you honestly, from our experience, we can get some places clean. A lot of the places.
Do you guys have a place that probably you clean every month, or maybe like, let's say this particular place every week you people do that? Or maybe it's like you come to Adenta, you clean, maybe next week you go to Medina, you go to Achimota, you go to Taifa, you go here. Is that what you guys do? Or maybe when you clean a particular place, you come back after a period of time to clean that same place again?
Yeah. After a period of time, you go back to check what is happening. There are some instances that you just have to pick one or two. And then there are instances where it is not even the citizens littering, but the nature of the design. I cite an example like Dakoma, for example. We clean, but the big drain is choked to an extent that we cannot do that manually. So anytime it rains and there's a lot of water running, it pushes it from the big drain back to where we clean. If you don't know, you might say the citizens are littering the place back, but it's not. The actual problem exists in a bigger drain. So largely for what we have been doing so far, we go to a lot of the places and are looking neat. Recently, we went back to Fadama to see what we did in 2 months, 10 days, and it's better.
Okay, but has the sanitation ministry reached out to you guys?
No, that is the problem, and that's the point. In our country, everything's about politics. You see, we're talking about counter demonstration because they feel like those who are doing the demonstration are actually against the government. We should begin to move our mindset beyond MPP, NDC, and all of those.
So for 1 year of working, the sanitation ministry in Ghana has not reached out to you guys?
She reached out, and then the current minister reached out when she was, going for vetting. And it was a beautiful conversation. And then she said when she's finally approved and taking power, she will help. And then we are still here today. Like I'm saying, in the end, you see, aside everything that we are doing, if you don't have love attached to what you do, you might be thinking it's all money. But Scanty, today we are here. If I fall down today, no matter how rich or poor I am, it will take you to raise me up. So you must begin to understand that being here as human, it's not about money. Money cannot do it all. Because sometimes, even if you are rich, you need people to help you to do one or two. So humanity must begin to matter to us the more. Until we get the mindset of understanding that even the promises from Genesis to Revelation is about land. So God said to the people of Israel, I'm going to move you from this land to another land that is more juicy. So it's about land. We should stop beginning, sometimes I feel like we create fantasies in our head and we sit comfortably. It is not real, my brother. The truth is we are here on earth, and if the environment goes bad, that is the extent of humanity. You are the environment, I'm the environment, and clothing, everything that we are making, that is making this life beautiful, is coming from the environment. So why will you destroy yourself and sit back and blame another guy? That is the point. So there's a huge problem, which we don't have love. That is the bottom line. From leadership to citizens, nobody have love enough. So if it's not about money, nobody is willing to risk. But then without the environment, this life is meaningless.
So apart from cleaning, do you guys also kind of educate people? Like maybe you go somewhere to clean, after cleaning, is there a way you educate people about keeping the country clean?
Yes, because if you ask us, we say that education is sustainability. The same politicians, doctors, nurses were educated to do what they do. So it means that if our educational curriculum will begin to have a certain form of environmental studies compulsory for students, we'll begin to reform some sort of mindset.
We used to have something like environmental studies.
Now it's no longer there.
I don't know if
They changed it to something. Citizenship.
It's no longer there.
Citizenship.
Yeah.
And about RME, RME is different.
Yeah.
You see, it's funny enough that you go to classroom and instead of telling you what the tree can do, for example, we can use the tree to manufacture, let's say, tables. They rather tell you the branches. What does the branches cost? If kids begin to understand the true function of a tree, then they'll begin to protect the tree, because they know that without the tree, there won't be no stuffing chairs in their rooms. So the whole education system has a problem. It doesn't make us national people. It doesn't make us patriotic people. Because I sit in the classroom and now they are telling me about say Gojis. Why not Yasantwa or Konfanochi? Those I can easily relate to. So we must all begin to think within. You see, if you don't look within your country and you're always thinking outside your country, that alone can make you destroy anything, because you're already looking for visa.
Yeah.
True. I get what you are trying to say, but But what do you guys seek to achieve? Probably, maybe personally, I've seen say you guys want to make Ghana one of the cleanest places. But what do you guys want to achieve from even the government or our leaders? Or what do you guys? What is supposed to happen? Because me, I know say there can be cleaning. If it gets to a point and then like the people are not moving together with you guys. One kasa po ejuma na ye cry we ni Nyankopon po be ka cho say jai. Because if the people, because imagine you clean, you do this job for 4 years, still no positive feedback from government. The citizens are not leaning towards your idea. Be 4 years now.
Pascanti, I say this. You say this is the new age. Maybe that's what we are not getting. This is the new age of Aquarius, the age of information, truth, and honesty. So there's coming a generation who automatically will behave differently from what we do.
Okay.
If you look at the kids coming up now, they have a different mindset from what we do. So we believe that in this age of Aquarius, by putting a lot of actions in the form of videos, if not for our age, those who come after us will look at these videos and begin to think differently. And I tell you, if we continue doing this, leadership that will come in the next 4 years or 2025 cannot say or cannot do the same thing we have seen in the past. And the reason we are on this course is because Ghana is a country built on volunteerism. If you check our history, you realize that there has been a time where our ancestors were out there building railways. So if we can revisit the past and bring some of the amazing, things that we do as a people, we can change a whole lot of things. The last time I was telling somebody about how to stop hookup. Because yes, we have had Bragro, Depot, and all of those things that were checking, puberty right, as you say. And the law says, or the tradition is saying that until you are 18, you cannot date no man. Is it not a way of stopping hookup? True. So why will you sit back today and blame girls for doing hookup when from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., everything we do on the ad is talking about sex? Basically, how to be good in bed. For me, I always say this. What is fun about the kind of sex style somebody engages in? There's nothing fun about trending a sexual video because even animals are having sex. So there's nothing unique about it. But here we are, when there's a sex leak, we can talk about it, a whole national platform, the national television, we'll be discussing that. You don't see that in China. You don't see that in America because they believe that information is what builds the mindset for the next generation. Go on TikTok and start checking for China videos and see if you see anything in relation to nudes. No, these kids are telling you what they can do. They are using, actions to inspire the kids. And it's deliberate. The leadership in the country is telling whoever is in charge of TikTok that, hey, you don't allow this on our pages. Because yes, they want to build a nation. Yeah. But we sit here and we want to always look at the space and be calling God. But God self used time, spent 6 solid days to create. That means nothing will happen by virtue of magic. You must begin to think beyond, what we think we have been used to.
Okay, so do you want to say something?
I think if we are to, Scanty was asking, what has the government done so far? I feel if they are to depend on government or if their mindset is we are doing this to get the attention of the government or we are doing this to get something from the government, I'm sure they'll be discouraged. Or they would actually stop what they are doing, because if you have the mindset that we are cleaning to get the government to come in, then I'm sure they would even give up. Because government, like he said, how many years have you been in?
1
year, and still no minister or anything
can make their work easier.
Yes, and right now they are not even availing themselves to what
power.
Into almost someone changes about power.
The sanitation minister is actually in power.
You see, that's what I'm saying.
The new one, right?
The new one.
The new one after Cecilia Dapa, the new one.
That's what she said.
No, not Cecilia Dapa. The new one after Cecilia Dapa was sacked.
Is there she or he?
I don't even. She was going for vetting.
You see, and now she is the minister, and she has still not come to. So, like I said, if they were to depend or wait for her. And Kejimo Maya Sisiano and Combat Nasia, they won't have even gotten to where they are.
Okay, so Ohineba, what if the government should avail themselves? What kind of support are you looking for from the government?
Simple, they should begin to make the laws work.
Yes.
Because if the laws are working, we don't even have to exist in the first place. What are Buzstopboys doing on the street? I sit here as a civil engineer by practice. Okay. I can go back to engineering because those who are doing the
are my people.
And that's what I do. I do road construction. But at the end of the day, I am saying that imagine doing road construction. Before even that, we have the Cheddars, we have the Kennedy Japons. But I go on the internet and we are the 9th dirtiest country in the world. Isn't that insulting?
Yeah.
Or we don't really care. Because people are saying we are the dirtiest people on the planet. And like you were saying, for the same reason sugar will attract ants out of nowhere, cleanliness. If indeed you want to attract anything positive, you must be clean.
Yes.
No positive spirit on this planet will come back or come close to anything dirty.
Yeah.
So we are not, our prayers is not working. We are wasting time because we are
Yeah.
dirty, and no clean spirit will come to a dirty place. We should begin to look at that angle and see if we want as a nation, let's give ourselves a task. In the next 1 year, we are going to prioritize cleanliness and see whether we pray or not, what will happen.
Yeah.
Because no good spirit is attracted to dirty places.
True.
And God will never go to places that are dirty. So if indeed you want to attract God, begin to appear clean. That is all.
Sanitation ministry. I was on video. Yes, because
I
I know. Yeah, they have to watch. I don't know what role they are playing here because I don't know. Have you guys had a conversation with the Zoom Lion?
Oh yes, when we started last 2023 September, we wanted to do something, but we saw that this is not something that we can do on our own. We need support. So we wrote to Zoom Lion and AMA then. AMA till now there is no official response.
AMA.
Yeah. And we also wrote to AMA, Zoom Lion. They also later, the receptionist called back and said the authority to whom the letter was addressed is wrong. We need to come pick it up and then redo it. But honestly, I didn't do that because
the authority to whom the letter was addressed is wrong.
Yes.
So they didn't focus on the message, but they focus on the address. They can read address, but they can't read message.
That's what the receptionist called later to say.
What a country.
So we didn't go.
Clap for your country.
Sanitation minister.
But you can't blame Zoom Lion because it's a company.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know it's a company.
And the last time I checked, we have about 54 different waste management company
in Ghana.
54 Ghana. I only know about Zoom Lion.
Hey.
No, we always blame. That's what I was thinking until I got to realize that.
No, but the waste management companies in Ghana, is it that they have been given a role by government?
There are demarcations for every company to handle.
Oh.
So it means that some people are not doing their jobs.
Yeah, so
And they're not being,
there are places that even Zoom Lion is not in charge, but because they are the biggest, we intend to say Zoom Lion. But there are places that personal.
So we have other people there that
and no one is being held accountable
54.
for it.
54.
Wow.
And if they are not just companies on paper, then we must begin to ask the question. That is where I want to blame the youth, because in the end, we don't, vibrate on the positivity. If in the end, all of us, let's put 1 month down and begin to talk about no light on the motorway. Let's trend it until it gets where it must get to. And I tell you honestly, after 1 month, million views, 200 million views and all over, talking about no street light on the motorway, they will fix it.
You sure?
I tell you honestly.
I have seen these leaders. I know how stubborn our leaders are, because they be called demonstration be, and I mean who be. And now it's like they don't want to listen. They don't listen to anyone because
they want
the things. Because if you go on Twitter, a lot of people have complained about street lights.
No, right from it's about the numbers. You see, if you have two people,
the more you are complaining, you have somebody somewhere who is telling you something useless. When someone is fighting for the country, you have somebody somewhere who will tell you that at least you have road. There was a time kids were fighting over desks to sit on. There was someone in charge saying, at least they have a teacher to teach them. So in as much as you are fighting for street lights, somebody will tell you that at least you have road that you are even using.
So let's ignore
from Ofi Kwashiman all the way to motorway Temakom to 25.
No street
lights. Yes. It's not Bob Kekeniebe to Ashemu. We have the lights. I've seen that you guys have started Operation 1 million street lights. Hey, I'm 1 million. But what the fix street light 1 million? Yes, what is the source of funding?
For now, I should say the good people of Ghana, even though we are in collaboration with KS Electricals, they are a talented shop.
Yeah, I see
so
that.
Whatever you buy from them, they put a percentage down and they donate the percentage to us at the end of the month.
Shout out.
KS Electrical, big respect to them.
KS Electricals.
Yes, close to Papaya, close to Las Farmas.
Okay.
KS
For La Paz.
No,
Achimota. Okay.
So whatever you buy from them, 1% is deposited somewhere and they donate it back to us in the form of solar street lights. That is what we are doing so far. But we're also calling on Ghanaians that we are about 35 million. You see, I am always looking at the picture from this angle. Let's say today we are dead and then we meet God. And then we tell God, bro, I'm not in charge of nothing. That is why I couldn't help. God doesn't care. We are here as a collective to first protect this place, because this is all that we have. And if by virtue of not being in charge we allow things to go waste, we are not free. the universe will ask us, God will ask us. So if you get 1 million Ghanaians saying that I am not MPP, I'm not NDC, CPP or whatever, I am for Ghana.
Yeah.
So if somebody can die for MPP and CPP, then don't forget that without Ghana, all of them will go into a state. They are nothing. It is because of Ghana they are relevant. So can we have 1 million people saying we are for Ghana and therefore we are donating one single street light to light up our streets?
You see, I understand that statement, but if you do that, then the ministry shouldn't exist in the first place.
So it's a
the ministry for roads and high. If like each Ghanaian is trying to donate one street light to fix their vicinity, trust me, then the ministry shouldn't be there. And it's very painful. Say you are fixing lights for your community, then you have somebody there taking a lot of money at the end of the month. And we have, if you go through, there's a story that we have someone who has a contract of fixing street lights in Accra. Obiaji contract. It is street light now. If I am doing the work, then they shouldn't be there in the first place.
But then
because I cannot have sanitation ministry and then I'll be doing the work in my house and then they are just there, not looking at the work you are doing. Sanitation ministry is not telling you anything. Deputy sanitation minister is not telling you anything. They have $3 million in the house, and what if you ukoto excavator man to be doing the work? That draws me to my question. Into nam now she will be not the ball at from and then now here. You see some
before. Make my video. Oh yeah.
And what do
you know? By approaching them, it always has to be the nice way, because I say that attitude I have practicing for over 20 years. You don't expect one day magic to make. Okay. So I approach you, I tell you that yes, you don't have to do that. You have to, then they pick it up. Sometimes nobody even argue. There's only one instance of a young boy who was actually trying to misbehave, and that is why we also tell you that we are not going to sit down and allow your selfish negligence to cause problem to us in the near future. So even you have to
no, but what I feel is senipa no far when that person picks that litter up
and you leave,
they'll go for it and dump it somewhere. Don't
no, but we don't just tell you to pick it up. We tell you what you can do with that plastic. That is money. So if you can say, okay, I am going to gather all the sachet and the bottled water I consume somewhere. I tell you, after a year, you go back to it and you make some cool 1,000 cedis out of it. So that is actually money. That is why a lot of people goes around picking the plastic. It's money. But it's only sad that we have been programmed to think money must come. Boom. One day you wake up and there's plenty money. No. We have to make money. Money is made in gradual process. Any sustainable person who has a lot of money made it in gradual process. Those who got it by stealing from us, they end very bad. It's funny, or it's sad that you don't get to see the end of the people who are making this country. A lot of them by 60, they have to be in Pampers or until they die out.
True.
You see, they talk about karma, but what you sow, you reap it faster than karma.
Okay.
And you cannot be hurting people thinking you are rich. The universe will pay you back. You got everything we get from this universe. It takes it back from us. That's why you eat all the juicy food and you have to go to toilet. She's taking it back, or or whatever spirit
karma,
is taking it back.
Instant karma.
You think it's just toilet, but the actuality of what you ate is what you are giving out there. You take oxygen, you must pass it out back as carbon dioxide. So nothing is free here. You don't cheat people and think you are done. Now you may be feeling good, but the universe will take everything back from you.
Okay, so before we end, I would like to know what roles both individuals and the government have to play in keeping our country clean. What role, as an individual, what are we supposed to do? As a government, what are they supposed to do to help, keep the country?
Well, I'll say this. I remember back in the 90s, we have people like tankers, so popularly known as tankers. And I feel like if they should come back, you see, sometimes it's not just right for you to create a filth in your area or your house and expect alien to come and clean them for you. It doesn't happen. So if we can bring back tankers, they should just act like, say, supervisors, going around houses and making sure people are doing the right thing. That alone is a solution on its own. So the Ministry of Sanitation can exist, but should exist as a supervisor, making sure citizens are doing the right thing. And on the places and the public places that are not citizens' responsibility, they get people, mandate them on a daily basis to do that. Because you go to, what is Rwanda doing too differently? It's because they have paid people to be on the street and make sure that the median is always a carpet grass, well watered and well taken care of. But because, like I'm saying, we are all quick, even in our upbringing. Oh, come on. That is a mindset that will make the child grow automatically thinking this is a dumping site or Ghana is a dumping site and he or she must get a Canadian visa to be human.
Yeah.
But I think that is a wrong deviation of reality. You don't have to be alien somewhere. It's just like taking a selfie from Sheldon's studio. You go out there, your room is dirty. They want to show your colleagues that yes, I went to Sheldon's studio. Look at how nice that place is. But your room is dirty. So we should stop giving praises to people who go to America and come back telling us stories with pictures. They should come and tell us how Ghana is looking, how their villages is looking. If you cannot invest in your village, and I say big respect to this man, Jana Chachuk's.
Yeah.
Look at what that man is doing in the village. And he said something that I'm very much interested. He said it will cost him 1.5 million Ghana cedis to put up a tramodern house in the village. But he goes there and sleep like once or like maximum a week. So instead, you want to use that 1.5 million cedis to transform the community, and you have done it. Now you can walk with a white shoe, a brand new, walk for like an hour in the community, and you don't have to wash the shoe because the whole place is paved. This is leadership, and this is a mindset that brings about collective good, because it's not only about you. If I'm the only rich man in Ghana, I am not safe. I need to get a lot of bulldogs because there are a lot of hungry guys out there who want to come and steal from me. But imagine spreading the love to everybody. Me, if I sit here and I'm okay, I get what I eat. I don't care about your car you drive.
True.
Me, I don't care. Maybe somebody will care, but me and family. So I'm not moved by what you think by saying, unless maybe I'm that hungry to understand where there is no food. Then I jump on it, I don't know Sheldon who's coming So we should begin to spread love to everybody. I tell you, when the Ghanaian youth is okay, they will not think evil.
True. I've seen a video where, my last question, I've seen a video where, is it Accra, people went somewhere to clean. Say you needed permission. You wrote a letter to clear something before you people cleaned, but they have not given you guys feedback. It was within Accra. Is it AM? People wrote a letter. Is it around Accra Central? You people wanted to clean something, and then they have not given you guys the go ahead, or there's a video like that around the AM. Accra, is it Accra Central? You people went a bus station near a trotro station. Going with GPRTU.
I don't know. We actually wanting to do as a circle. It was education as part of what we do, because
we wanted to do education.
Yeah, they gave us the permit anyway.
Later they gave you guys the permission, but at first no mamu.
Oh no, the initial one they said the secretary is not around, so we have to go and come back.
The secretary is not around.
That's what they. So we went there, and because you see, because the trotro station is like a center point for everybody to depart to the various places. If we can put a lot of education, and that is where we have to also look at NCA. And look at what's the name? Those who are in charge of what's their names? NCCA or something.
NCCA. Why no?
Oh no.
NCCE, National Commission on Civic Education.
Yes.
Because school.
I remember when I was growing up, those apps were also part of forming our mindset and making us believe in our country, but it's no longer there. But I tell you, if we can use graphics like videos, cartoons, all of that to just speak about the environment, we can make a long, impact, because Kunkumbagia and the tree telenovelas are making our Ghanaians girls think like Indians. You see somebody naming his child or her child Abi or Pragya, because he's exposed to a certain graphics that is making him feel like this is the way to go. So as a nation, if indeed we want to transform this nation beyond the comfort of our selfish interests, then we must begin to use these graphics to change mindset. If we don't achieve anything now, in the next 10 years, 20 years, we'll have kids who think differently from us.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you very much for talking to me.
Before we end, can you give us your GoFundMe account and then Momo for people that want to donate to this beautiful cause?
Okay, so the GoFundMe is just somebody gave it, created it for us. And it's strictly $1 account. So I like to give them more.
dollars.
Okay, so you can.
We can only donate to it if you have $1. So I'll give them.
For Momo no more.
Who's say won't even donate?
Yeah. But no Momo. And
Momo is 0546 442747. 0546 442747. It's my own number anyway. It's Heneba Kujusa.
But more recruitment. Person forms now.
Oh, no forms. You see, at the end of the day, it's volunteerism that we are trying to promote. And thanks be to God that since inception, we are getting people like the Brotherhood, the Abuafo, the KKC, keep Kumasi clean. If volunteers will take charge of their community, because yes, when the effect of the damage is coming, you are.
So people are not even bothered about competition.
No.
A collective.
Because we can't do it all. We know from the onset that this country is too huge to say that I'm Buzstopboys and therefore everybody should go to sleep.
But how many people in your team now? How many people do you have in your team?
We have 147 now.
How many? 147.
Well,
The truth is, everybody has a day job because yes, there are nurses, teachers, immigration
Inside.
officers. Yeah.
I mean, it's volunteering.
Post
so it's not like
NSS
something
graduates
you do.
and all of that. So because they have their day job on a location between 25 and 50 is the numbers. If you don't have time today, somebody will have time tomorrow. Then
Okay, Gifty.
Yes, so you see, you have other people coming up. Other people also. So was it like the main idea to getting people? Because I've heard people think it's a competition. These people are trying to do what you are doing. But was it like the mindset that you are trying to do this to get other people to also join? Even though it will look like a competition, that is like you guys are actually happy with the outcome because they're actually helping to clean up the filth in the state.
yes, that is our. So when we started, we knew we can't do it all. So even the name Buzstopboys is carefully selected to be able to send a message of change across.
Buzstop.
So yes, by virtue of being human, everybody knows what the Buzstops are. So we are saying that we need to change the narrative. We need to change the mindset. Wherever you find yourself, don't come all the way from Takrady or whatever to come and join us in Accra. Start it, because at the end of the day, your environment depicts your nature. So it's actually a good thing. It is never competition. If you get everybody doing it, we can go back and do our individual jobs. We don't care, because I always say it's not about social media, because nobody can trend for 10 years. No matter what happens, you go low battery. And we know that if we want to say we are trending and therefore everybody should go to sleep, we can't do it all. Something else will come and nobody will remember us no more. But the impact we make in the environment is the sustainable way to go, because I don't want my daughter to come and by virtue of dirty environment, somebody will say, come and get 10 Ghana and she'll do what she doesn't want to. I don't really.
So Buzstopboys is not. You are not cleaning just Buzstop. Honestly, me the first time I heard Buzstop, I thought it was
cleaning Buzstop. Now Buzstop in Ghana.
I am certain I'm not the only one. I'm sure someone too. When the person hears Buzstopboys, they think they're just going to like places Buzstop but to clean. So you clean other places, not just the
our big goal is to promote clean, green environment. And we are
green.
Yes, and
Clean,
we are using
green.
patriotism, volunteerism, and selflessness as the right to get people to do what they are doing. Because the median is very dirty, and if we can get volunteers saying that it's our country, because yes, it is. We are putting carpet grasses on board. Let's also use social media to promote them for other people to see the business they do. Then we can get the whole of La Paz or the whole of what's the name, Jolu. Median is clean with some carpet grasses and all of that. And it is all that there is. It's just sad that sometimes you see corporate institutions like University of Ghana putting ads. You see the what's the name there? Wire net that is supposed to separate the road left and right. It is purposely wire net visible for drivers to see and turn around and see what is happening. But I see University of Ghana matured to what was school. They put ad there. You see Winnipeg and then they put ad there. And I remember there was almost like a back and forth.
University of Ghana pay.
Us and Telizell put one ad at Joel. We took it out and they called and said they have permits to put ad and blah blah.
Permits
blah.
from
And I tell you, even as at now they've sent
permits from
they've put in
It's
another
there
number.
again.
It's there again because they said I spoke to one guy from the assembly who said they have given
The
them
black
permits.
man is our greatest enemy.
I don't know how- And I remember how Vibrant Fire, may he so rest in peace. I remember how Vibrant Fire died. It was an ad which I understand, flew to cover his face whilst riding or something, and then he died.
We had
That
Yes,
is
the
what
last
I mean.
question. Last question.
So when you see, I'm certain like me right now, I've been inspired, but some people, I know some people would want to join, but they wouldn't have time. So can it be like maybe if you are coming to, let's say, Adenta to clean up, maybe you announce, maybe today we are coming to Adenta to clean, so that anyone who wants to join can actually take out time out of their busy schedule to join you.
So we always do.
Oh, really?
We always do.
Because I have
If,
I
for
haven't
example, we
seen
want to
before.
clean Adenta, like you said, we just take a video of how the place looks like and post it. And say, if you live around, come, let's do it.
On this particular day.
Yes, on this particular particular day. And let's do it.
Okay, so the GoFundMe I spoke about, I want the account to, because other people from other countries also watch.
Yeah, we have
So,
international viewers.
So if you can also give us the
Yeah,
account.
and now
Okay,
say me,
so,
I'm in James,
It's on our IG.
Okay, so
page,
please list
yeah.
your social media pages
Okay.
first.
Okay, so it's Buzstopboys everywhere. BUZSTOPBOYS. Everywhere is the same.
Okay, so when they go, they'll find the GoFund link.
Yes,
There.
on
Yeah,
IG.
you can DM them for any conversation that you want to have with them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm joining them in cleaning city.
You guys are doing
I mean, I'm
amazing.
chasing the sanitation ministry. Any roads
Where
and
are they?
highway for no. Why?
That's
Yeah.
a garden crazy. Oh my.
This year's be election year. Yeah. But how you see our community? You say this area be neat, or how you see man?
Oh, well. I would say 50-50.
50-50.
But funny enough, Ghana is very beautiful from top. But if you get to the ground, if you get it to the
I
ground,
think the rough road and the potholes. Actually, even if the place is clean, you won't see the beauty of the place because of the rough road and
And
the
the
potholes
dust,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I've learned a lot. I'm sure you guys have also learned a lot.
I
So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe what you think. We are out.